I find that for me, with studying, I like to rewrite some of the notes that I've already taken. It gives me a refresher, and by actively doing something, by writing down what I was actually learning, it was a second chance to kind of go over those notes already rather than kind of reading over them. It's really easy to kind of gloss over everything that you've already written. So by rewriting things like that, it gave me the opportunity to kind of refresh things in my mind, and I found it really helpful.
I'm one of those exam studiers that needs absolute silence, quiet silence. So I usually would pack breakfast, lunch, and dinner and camp out in the library to cram for an exam. So the Taylor Family Digital Library is the most gorgeous library, I think, in all of Canada for universities, libraries. So go find a great spot at the Taylor Family Digital Library. It's quiet, all the resources you need are there, and that's sort of how I studied for my exams.
The big thing I would say for me preparing for exams is that I mapped out everything. I'm a bit type A, so I mapped out when my schedule was and I worked backwards. How much time did I have to study? And then every year seemed like I got more and more efficient in my time and my use of time. So I had more and more time for the den or anything else on campus that I wanted to do. So as I went through my career, I got more efficient and put less time into my exams and more times into everything else.
One exam tip is to always look at the entire exam question sheet. There's one exam that I did, I forgot to look at the back page, and there was a question that was much easier for me to answer when it was a choice of 1 out of 2. So make sure you take a deep breath, look through the entire exam, and prioritize the answers or the questions that you're going to answer.
As soon as I understood that all the things that stressed me during preparation for an exam were things that were actually kind of stupid. They didn't need to be a stressor, right? Just things like being organized. Starting to create mechanisms that were around, scheduling and making sure that I had certain things prepared in advance. Those are things that you can build as a sort of an architecture that isn't part of the actual act of studying, but they're enabling. They're helpmates in the process, and they get rid of stress incredibly. And so I think that for me was some of the larger transitions, essentially trying to prepare through chaos to finding order. And I became more efficient and more successful, and I actually learned stuff when I did it.